another type of graph is a bar chart, and these are helpful for displaying descriptives for different groups. So again, we can visualize the plasma glucose concentration broken down specifically by whether the person has diabetes or not. So in order to do this, it's first going to be very helpful to find the descriptives specifically for the particular group you're interested in. So to do that, we can again go to data and select data analysis, hit descriptive statistics, and select our input. So we already have our data sorted by diabetes. So we're going to specifically select the plasma glucose concentration for only our healthy group. And select our output range and hit OK. So now we have the descriptive statistics for just healthy individuals. So I'm going to call this column healthy plasma glucose. Then you can do the same thing for your other group. So instead of selecting healthy, we would select sick. And make sure you select a different output range. And then hit OK. And this is going to be our sick group. So now we have all of these numbers for our two groups, which is going to make creating your box or your bar chart very easy. So first you can insert your chart. So I'm here in the chart selection and I have a column or bar chart. So I'm going to select this 2D column chart, which is essentially the same as a bar chart. And I'm going to right click on that and hit select data. So then I'm going to add different series of data to the entries, and I'm going to call this healthy, and then select our mean for our series value selection. Then hit OK, and then we can add another group, and I'm going to call this sick blood plasma concentration, and select the mean for the sick group. So now we have our means plotted on this graph, and you can again add axis titles and a chart title. So I'm going to call this PG concentration for sick versus healthy group. On this axis title, I might put diabetes, so whether or not they have diabetes. And on the axis title here, the y-axis, I'll put plasma glucose concentration. And again, we can add a legend. So another thing you can do is add error bars, and so you would just click this error bar button right here, but I specifically want the standard deviation for each of our groups. So I'm going to first calculate standard deviation for the healthy group. So I usually go down to custom and specify the value, and for the positive error value I'll select the standard deviation, and same for the negative value. So now we have that bar, and do the same thing for our sick group, and in this case we would select the standard deviation for our sick group. And so now we have our graph with error bars. So now we have our bar chart showing the different means of the plasma glucose concentration for our sick group and our healthy group. You can see that the sick group has a much higher plasma glucose concentration as well as higher variability within these data points. So that is how you make a bar chart.